Hi, Julie Rader here with the weekly astrological update from September 12th to the 18th. So, this week, it's a really interesting week. We have Mercury retrograde. We're on the waning moon phase of this Pisces full moon we just had. It can be quite an emotional week, and relationships are very much in the forefront. And the reason I say that is because of the aspects we have, which I'll go over in a moment. And Mercury, the planet of communication, is in Libra. And Libra is all about relationships. And when Mercury's retrograde, it's as if when a planet's retrograde, it's as if it's on vacation. So the things that it normally rules, like communication, can be on vacation. We can have many miscommunications, delays, and everything, things like that. So let's dive right in. So on Monday, the 12th, we have the moon in Aries conjunct, meaning forming a merging with energy wise Chiron. Now, Chiron is the healer archetype or the wounded healer. And when the Aries moon is just wants to get things done. It doesn't have, so the moon is about emotions. And Aries is like, I don't have time for that. Let's just get things done. We'll push the emotions down. This is on Monday, moon day, the moon's day. Every day of the week has a planet that rules it. So we look at that planet, especially if it's making any aspects, and the moon makes lots of aspects all the time because it's so rapidly moving. So when the Aries moon joins with Chiron, watch out with Mercury being retrograde too for lashing out. Watch out for miscommunications. It's a really great day to, if you're feeling an emotion or if something comes to the surface, really pause. This whole Mercury retrograde season, which will go into October 2nd, pause before speaking, but especially on this Monday, because as things get heated, things can fly out of your mouth that you won't be able to take back. So watch for that. Take this time to go inward, do some inner healing. If past wounds are coming to the surface, sit with it. Ask what you can do with this information. Write, journal, something like that, and really use that mental filter before having a conversation with another about what this emotional thing is that is coming up. The moon is also sextile, beautiful, harmonious aspect of opportunity with Saturn. So Saturn is really like the authoritarian, the parent that is saying no, that is setting boundaries. The moon in Aries doesn't want to have any boundaries, but it's this beautiful opportunity to say, okay, where can I set clear, healthy boundaries so that I can live in harmony with others? This is a great day for doing that. Asking yourself, where can I respect other people's boundaries as well? And then the moon makes this square, a challenging aspect to Pluto, which is retrograde. It's the last aspect it makes in Aries before moving on to Taurus on the next day. So when the moon in Aries is square Pluto, and this again, it's a fast moving one, all the moon aspects are rapidly moving. So we don't feel them for several days, unless it's a new or a full moon. We're still going to feel this full moon of Pisces the whole week. But this moon square Pluto, there can be something, maybe you didn't heed my advice, and maybe there's a relationship that ends because of it. It is this death and rebirth type of energy, but it can be like the phoenix coming out of the ashes as well. The square means it is a little more challenging. Again, journal. Really, if you feel like you're going to lash out at somebody, maybe even just leave the room or spend some time alone, go for a walk, do something so that you can regulate yourself before having these intense conversations. Tuesday, no aspects of the major planets and just the moon moving into Taurus. So Tuesday, moon in Taurus is a bit more even keel, but it does have us thinking about our finances, the food we're putting in our body, things like that. On Wednesday, still have the Taurus moon. Its first aspect is a trine, a beautiful, harmonious aspect to Venus. We love this. Venus is the ruler of Taurus. The moon is in Taurus. This is a beautiful harmonious aspect of really, really feeling good about ourselves. Venus rules love, it rules money, the food we put in our body, just like Taurus, because Venus is the ruler of Taurus. Um, so thinking about the food and the money aspects, especially. We have the moon then is, so it's only moon aspects again, then it will be conjunct the North Node and Uranus. Remember, on August 1st, we have this conjunction of North Node, Uranus, and Mars. This moon is going to be reactivating that. Whatever was happening at the beginning of last month, it's coming to the surface again. Then the moon is square Saturn, again, asking ourselves, what are the boundaries we need to set? What boundaries do we need to respect of others? We could see this in our financial system. We could see this in the collective world for sure. And then the moon makes a beautiful harmonious aspect to the sun. This is just a feeling of inner contentment. And then the biggest aspect of the day, we have Mars in Gemini. Mars, remember, is the warrior archetype. And Mars will be in Gemini all the way into the middle of March. That's a long time for Mars to be in a sign. It usually spends about 6 weeks, 6 to 8 weeks in a sign. It is spending 7 months in the sign of Gemini. It is making a square to Juno, which is retrograde in Pisces. Now, Juno, I do talk about Juno some. Juno is the asteroid of marriage or partnerships and soulmates. So Mars, which also can represent relationships. Remember, men are from Mars, women are from Venus. This square to Juno, again, this is bringing up where we can have relationship issues, where we can have a conversation with somebody or a severing of ties. So really watch for this aspect. And it's happening on Wednesday, which is Mercury's day. Mercury is retrograde. Mercury's in Libra, all about relationships. So there is this feeling, there is like some beautiful aspects with the moon making harmonious aspects to the sun and to Venus. With this Mars one is the biggest aspect. So really tap into feeling this sense of inner harmony. Maybe go do some self-care on Wednesday. Make sure your own needs are being met. Meet your own needs rather than expecting somebody else to meet your needs. And really step back, give some other people leeway, because remembering Mercury's in retrograde, things they may be saying may come out not in a way that was intended, or maybe it was intended. Maybe that's how they truly feel. And you need to sit with it and do some self-nurturing. On Thursday, on the 15th, we have Venus in Virgo opposing Juno in Pisces, which is retrograde. This is bringing up again relationships. Relationships are the topic of the week, and not in an easy flowing way. Relationships are challenged this week for sure. Have the conversations, but be compassionate. If there's something you need to say that's really challenging, then perhaps look at your partner or this person you're having the conflict with as a young child, so that you say things in a compassionate way that do not hurt or cut so deeply. Then we have the moon moving in. So Venus in Virgo opposing Juno. Venus is all about love. Juno is the archetype of, again, soulmates, relationships, marriage. They're opposing, they're opposite each other. So it's my needs versus your needs. And really, one person may have rose-colored glasses on, the other person may be really practical, and you're not seeing eye to eye with this person. So be aware of that. Then the moon moves into Gemini, and its first aspect is a beautiful, harmonious aspect of opportunity called a sextile to Jupiter, which is retrograde in Aries. So as challenging as these conversations may be, it is an opportunity for growth. It is an opportunity to, maybe we need to sever ties with somebody and we've been holding off, and it's all going to be okay. Everyone's going to be okay. One thing, my dear friend, Kathleen Kelly, she's amazing. She's who I go to anytime I need some spiritual guidance. She always says, if a relationship isn't serving one person, it's not serving the other person either. This is really the energy of that week. Friday on the 16th, we have Venus and Virgo making a square to Mars in Gemini. This is Venus's day. Men are from Mars, women are from Venus. A square is a challenging aspect. Again, relationships really at the forefront. Then we have Sun in Virgo opposing Neptune and Pisces. There is something in the relationship that we need to look at, and we may not be looking at it. We may be forced to look at something. We may have Virgo is shining a light on it. It's saying we no longer can ignore it. I just got the internet is unstable. Hopefully this video is going through. Mercury is retrograde for sure. Then on Friday, Venus's day, we also have Venus in Virgo making a beautiful harmonious aspect to the North Node, which also means it's to Uranus as well. Expect the unexpected. Things may have to end or transform, but it's going to be for our highest good in the long run. Then on Saturday, Saturn's day, on the 17th, we have the Gemini moon, its last aspect, making a square, again, a challenging aspect to the sun. Gemini's ruler, Mercury, is retrograde. So again, there may be miscommunication, or maybe things didn't come out the way we wanted to, and we have to deal with it. And then the moon is void, of course. It goes void, of course, Pacific time at 3 p.m. for the rest of the day. So Saturday, not a day to initiate things. Mercury's retrograde, moon's void, of course. So in the afternoon, kind of take it easy. It may have been a challenging week with all these relationship things coming up. Then we have Mars and Gemini, biggest energy of the day. Mars in Gemini, making a beautiful aspect of opportunity to Chiron and Aries. This is healing. We must heal our hearts. All week, maybe things have been challenging. Maybe things keep coming to the surface. Let yourself heal on Saturday. Do some just self-healing, reflection, go inward, journal, take a bath, do whatever you need to do to heal your heart. And finally, on Sunday, on the 18th, the moon moves into Cancer. Its first aspect is a square to Jupiter, retrograde in Aries. So remember, we also have Mercury retrograde. Sunday, great day to be at home. Make some nourishing meals. Be with home and family. Take care of your heart. We also have Mercury retrograde in Libra, opposing Jupiter retrograde in Aries. This is huge. So Jupiter and Mercury are natural enemies, and when they're opposite from each other, there might just be this light that is being shown on the miscommunications that are happening or have happened all week. And then we have the sun in Virgo making a beautiful harmonious aspect to Pluto retrograde in Capricorn. As challenging as a week may have been, miscommunication, relationships, things coming up, there is this healing and transformation that comes out of it. And that comes to the surface on Sunday, where we really realize, okay, things may be challenging, but I'm going to be okay. Being the phoenix rising out of the ashes, knowing that in the end, transformation and growth, sometimes it's like the butterfly coming out of the cocoon, where there's this struggle to get there, but then the butterfly spreads its wings. So by the end of the week, we will feel that, but it's going to be a week where we have to look at our relationships, and we must take action as needed. And if we do, we will feel like a new person by the end of the week. All right. Thanks so much for listening. Please share with anyone you feel could benefit. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.